Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy DJ over here kicking it with my boy MG. Say what up, MG?
What's going on, guys? We're here. We kids. This is the Concrete Rumbles. Let
Yes,
it
sir.
rock right here. DJ, how you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. You know me, loving and living life as always.
Mm-hmm. This is our first episode of the
Yeah,
Concrete Rumbles. If you don't know, we just guys who watch sports based on New York, and besides no basketball, football, baseball, any other sports that y'all think about. I also
yeah.
watch wrestling as well, which I kind of watched it yesterday.
Mm,
So I kind of like keep an eye out on wrestling while watching the Knicks play last night.
yeah,
So yeah, DJ, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad we're doing this as a first episode,
yeah, man.
and let's get this started, man.
Nah, definitely. I'm my heart kind of broke just for a second right now because you said, you just mentioned the Knicks, and I think that's exactly where we need to start. You feel me?
Okay.
So we about to go ahead and start with the Knicks. I'm gonna do my best to not curse. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be easy because we're talking about the freaking Knicks, but you know what I mean. Let's. So you watched the game last night. You just brought that up, right?
I don't want to say I watched the whole entire game. I could have watched it the playback, but it was way too late for me to watch playback as well
Yeah.
for um for that Knicks game. But I watched the second half, and at first the Knicks was having the lead. They had the lead up at that first half, and then the second half, I just don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It just went to the issue.
Yeah.
So yeah, we took a L. We're in the bottom. We're in the bottom 500 against our mortal enemy, the Hawks.
So I'm gonna be so dead ass. I was mad. I was
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
very mad with the way that the game ended, with the way the game went, especially in that second half. First half, I was like, all right, cool, you know what I mean? But I mean, so just to kind of give it its proper intro. So the Knicks took on the Atlanta Hawks last night, and we ended up losing. We dropped to 3-4. Um, it was at the Garden. We lost 112-99. Jalen Brunson, as you see on the bottom line, he went 8 for 15, 20 points, 5 assists. RJ Barrett went 19, 5 and 5. But we blew a 23-point lead for some reason, because that's what the Knicks do. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks. And one of the main things that stands out to me was the substitution patterns. Um, yes, we went through a little slump there during the game offensively. They were able to pick up their defense crazily, to be honest with you, especially with Murray. DeJounte Murray had 6 steals during the game. He was dominant. He had 18 points in the second quarter. He went off. We really couldn't stop him, to
yeah.
be
He,
honest.
I believe he had like 36 or 38 points
Yeah.
that night.
Yeah. So, we couldn't stop him. I'm mad because, like, the substitution pattern was so crazy. Like, it was terrible, if you want my honest opinion.
Hmm.
We, like, for the starters to sit that long in the fourth quarter, and for the bench not to be able to ride it out a little bit in the second quarter. And then not even to bring Mitchell Robinson back, because he was dominant in the game. Mitchell Robinson was dominant in that first half. He was okay in the second half, but as soon as he got his fourth foul, he was going with like 5 minutes in the second half, and he didn't come back in the game. And it's like, yo, hold up. This dude played 18 minutes and grabbed 12 rebounds, had 3 blocks, and was affecting so many shots at the rim, and you not bringing him back in the game?
Yeah,
Like, and they were clearly getting mad offensive rebounds at one point during the second half, and it was like, yo, son, like, what the, like, what are we doing? You know?
Yeah, this is very disappointing. I also seen that he had 8 points as well, but seeing that he clearly didn't even come back most of the game for the second half because of foul trouble. I think again, foul trouble. This is the most important thing with the Knicks, especially for Mitchell Robinson, is always with the foul trouble.
Agreed.
I think he needs to relax. I know he wants to try to go for the block, but sometimes as well he gets drawn into the foul. Um, and that's the problem. That's the main problem. We don't have like I don't know if we have like a consistent second big man to try to help us out off the bench whenever he's in foul trouble.
Uh, I mean, Isaiah Hardenstein, he didn't do bad. He was he's capable. He's not what Mitch Robinson brings to the table. No, of course not.
Yeah,
But he does provide like touch around the basket. You know what I'm saying? He can block shots, just not the way Mitch does. He doesn't affect and alter shots the way that Mitch does. He doesn't defend the pick and roll the way that Mitch does. And they were hunting him. They were hunting Hardenstein. And it's like, all right, cool, yo. You starting a small little comeback. We ended up getting it down to 10 points, if I'm not mistaken, in the fourth quarter.
yes,
And
yes.
I'm like, all right, cool, yo, you gonna bring any of the starters back in because it looks like we're running out of gas with our bench. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like Obi and them don't got no rhythm. Like I think he played it so bad to where no one ended up getting a rhythm. And honestly, I'm not the type to ever be like, yo, fire the coach. I've never been that. But right now, this is a problem that's been consistent since last year, to where it seems like he's just always searching for the rotation. You know?
Yeah, yeah. That's always his thing, man. He's always searching for the right rotation within the team. So it's something needs to be fixed, and I don't know what needs to be fixed. If it's like the team needs to step the game up offensively or defensively. Defensively, Knicks are fine, but I think offensively, when it comes to like these type of situations, they need to step it up a little bit more. Um, we already know that they're good defensively, but I think the offense needs to be a little bit more. They need to they need to not get into foul trouble, and I think that's one of the main issues with the Knicks. They always get into foul trouble. They always, if it's not one person, it's another person. If it's not another person, if it's not two persons, like probably like 3 to 5 people who's going to be in foul trouble.
Yeah, and sadly, one of those people usually tends to be Mitchell Robinson. Every game we lost this year, Mitchell Robinson has been in foul trouble. Every game
Yeah,
we won, he hasn't been in foul trouble. So
yeah,
it's kind of
and
weird.
it's yeah, it's crazy. It's not weird, but it's just like crazy situation that the main person that we need to play is always in foul trouble.
Yeah,
Sometimes as well, Randall's also could be in foul trouble too,
yeah,
and he's like, if not a primary, he's like a
mm-hmm.
secondary person to play
Yeah,
offensively.
yeah,
Besides Jalen Brunson 8 for 15. That's above like that's above 50%
yeah.
with 20 points, 5 assists. But I think that's not enough.
No,
RJ Barrett,
I
RJ
agree.
Barrett with the 19 points.
Mm-hmm.
That's still not enough. We still need more. We need more people to be involved scoring wise.
Agreed. I think it's interesting when you look at the minutes though. Like Mitch Robinson literally played 18 minutes, not enough. And once again, I'll bring it back up. Play 18 minutes, but he grabbed 12 rebounds. And you can like this was the Atlanta Hawks. You know he was up and he was ready. He was geared to go win this game.
Yeah,
Because first off, if you think back to the playoff run, everyone always said, "Yo, if we had Mitchell Robinson in that series, things are different."
I
You know.
do. I do agree, but yeah, I do agree.
And
But
then
we
look,
we already know that Julius Randle had offensive troubles in that
yeah,
series as well.
yeah,
But
of course. But the thing was, it wasn't like we was getting blowed out. If you pay attention to that
yeah,
series,
yeah, I definitely know.
like
I definitely understand what you're saying for sure.
Mitch
But
could have stopped that. They killed us with the pick and roll all the
all the
time
time,
because
yep,
Nerlens Noel couldn't guard it.
yep,
And It was Capella and Trey Young. Capella and Trey Young. Man, Trey Young don't do that stuff with Mitch Robinson in there, man. Get that out of here. But I just feel like the substitution pattern is something that Tibbs needs to get fixed or he needs to get out. I'm just gonna be dead ass about that. Like I said, I'm never the type to get like, oh, rah, fire the coach and all this other BS, but nah, like we can't be doing this. We just can't. I'm sorry. We can't be doing this. This is, last night was literally the worst game I felt the Knicks have played in a really long time. We scored 10 points in the third quarter, son.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree with you with the worst game that they ever played. Usually, every time like this season, they have been fighting back if they lose, and
Mm-hmm.
they keep it close
Yeah.
at least. But this one was definitely the problem was the second half. The second half, we was just getting outscored, and that's the major problem.
Yeah. When you only scored 10 points in the third quarter, like, there's some issues going on. And we obviously couldn't stop them. We couldn't. DeJounte Murray, like, respect to him because he was just on fire, But I mean, we didn't have anybody to put the clamps on somebody. But yet, what's funny, and maybe it's just in the climate is them getting Quentin Grimes back into the mold. So that's why he only played like 3 minutes or whatever the hell it was.
Right.
He's our best perimeter defender. RJ is okay, but Quentin Quentin Grimes is our best perimeter defender. Why wasn't he out there if he was available? You know,
Mhm.
so I mean, look, you felt like this is a game you wanted to win. You knew the crowd was gonna be there. You knew it was the Hawks coming to MSG. Everybody was rocking. You know what I'm saying? It was electric. We just didn't show up in the second half. Yes, I mean, I'm just mad, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm mad.
Yeah. Rhymes right here. He's just speechless with what just happened to the Knicks. There's nothing to say about what happened to the Knicks, and there's we always have a quote, and people will say the quote, "Knicks is gonna nick," and you know we could just throw our hats all we want, but this season they just nicked it up as always. But we have to bounce back. I feel like we have to bounce back from this game, from that game.
Yeah, we have to 100%, and we got Philly coming up on Friday, so that's gonna be interesting. And guess what? I don't know if Joel Embiid is playing tonight. I know he didn't play last night, but if so, I mean, what Mitch Robinson gonna do? Get 8 fouls in the first 8 minutes? Like, what's gonna happen? And then what's that substitution pattern going to be? And then what's the situation with Jericho Sims? We know he's a good player.
Mhm.
Uh, what's Quentin Grimes doing? Like, we need to figure all of this stuff out. It's like, you would think with the team that we have, which is basically the same team we've had for 3 years now. I mean, obviously you minus, Burks, minus, Nerlens Noel, but you add in, Hardenstein, and you add in Jalen
Brunson.
Brunson. You would think he would still, he would know his team by now, you know,
Yeah.
like, because literally the words he said, in the press conference was searching. And it's like, why the fuck are you still searching? This should be set. Like, this. We know this. And look, I was talking to, shout out to DA. I was talking to him, and he literally said, and I'm starting to agree with him. Like, look, if this season continues to go on this path towards the same path it's been on the last few seasons, where we stuck in mediocrity,
Hmm.
something drastic gonna have to happen. And I don't know what that is, but it's gonna have to happen.
Yeah, something drastic is going to happen. And speaking of drastics that happened, uh, you want to talk about the Brooklyn Nets?
Don't want to talk about the Nets. Yeah,
All
let's talk
right,
about the
so
Nets.
they took a drastic measure of having a mutual agreement
Hmm.
with Steve Nash, and they both agreed to part ways.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this whole last week going into this week has been a crazy situation with the Nets
Mm-hmm.
letting being let go. Um, Also rumblings are going on that Ime Udoka is being looked at to be the next head coach for the Brooklyn Nets. Um, Adrian Woj has reported that this one might be a quote unquote last ditch effort to keep the team alive. And I believe 2 days ago that I forgot which team they faced 2 days ago, but they lost that game. Ben Simmons
Mm-hmm.
was not available to play tonight that night.
Yeah.
I basically watched mainly the whole game, and
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie Irving only scored like 4 points. Kevin Durant scored over 30 points, and yeah, seeing that the news that's going on right now, the rumblings that's going on, and also they are looking for the former Jazz head coach to be, I believe, assistant head coach for Ime Udoka.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing that what the rumblings has going on, what do you think about the situation that the Brooklyn Nets have right now?
Well, first off, I just want to say this that here at Concrete Rumbles, even Rhymes on Deck Entertainment, whatever, we all, we do not, you know, deal with anything with hate speech of any race or anything like that. So, you know, like we got love and respect for all over here. With all that being said, in basketball terms, when we talk about Ime Udoka, um, I think it's an interesting move. Uh, I don't think he's a bad coach at all. I feel as if what he did with Boston last year was pretty good, and what his first year coaching, because Brad Stevens moved up to the office and into the front office, and Ime Udoka came through and he did pretty decent. Obviously took him to the finals. Going against Golden State, they weren't going to win, but um, but also let's just say this as a New Yorker, I just want to make sure I say this: fuck Boston, regardless. Ooh, I said I wasn't going to curse, but well. Um, so when it came to the Brooklyn Nets, I feel as if Steve Nash was a sitting duck. He was gonna get got anyway. I'm kind of surprised that it lasted this long. To be honest with you, I don't feel as if he was a good coach for them. And then even just with the pairing of Kyrie and Kevin Durant, with them talking about, oh, we don't need a coach to coach this team anyway. Like we can run this team, all that stuff. I don't know if you remember when they said that, but it's like, eh, like you, if you're gonna give them a first year coach and they're talking like that doesn't spell success in my head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes.
Like I think you need like a veteran coach that's gonna know how to command and demand the locker room, and things like a defensive head coach as well. So it's kind of crazy over there. I don't know. What do you think?
I was having this. I believe I was having this conversation with either you or someone else that I was having this conversation with, referring to Ime, the rumblings going on with Ime,
Mm-hmm.
and I said this. I think he could take the Nets to the next level
Mm-hmm.
because he dem- from last year from last season.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, from last season with Boston.
Mm-hmm.
They were really good. They went to the finals. Defensively, they were good. They were great. But yes, you defensively they were great. But in the finals, nobody hasn't showed up to secure Steph Curry. They
Mm-hmm.
they secured Steph Curry in one game, but overall, it's a team effort. The Warriors still won that one game.
Yeah.
And Ime, I feel like it's still, if you talk about defense wise, and the coach and the head coach who could get into some players' face, I think he's one of the right people that could do that.
Yeah.
With that being said, um, the Nets need someone to to take a lead.
Mm-hmm.
I think again, Ime is going to be the right person. I think everything that's going on right now, involving Ime with the Boston situation,
Mm-hmm.
has been pretty wild. If you ask me,
Yeah.
it has been pretty wild to see that the Nets are going to hire Ime with their situation of firing Steve Nash and with the Kyrie situation that's going on, and they've been dealing with Kyrie for two, let's say three, going to 4 years now
Mm-hmm.
with his his beliefs. And I'm not gonna bash anybody with their beliefs. They can believe all who they want to believe, but if we're talking about the game of basketball
Mm-hmm.
and your belief is not taking the vaccine, okay, fine.
Yeah.
But if your team is in the playoffs and you don't want to win, I think that's a major issue.
I agree. I think that for instance, when you look at James Harden coming over here, right? Um, it was more so of like, to me, these are like three finicky personalities, and I do call all three of them finicky in their own way, right?
Mhm.
So you bring them all together, and then you watch. Okay, you at least one thing and one thing for sure about KD. He's at least about ball. He may be sensitive, but he's all about ball. You know what I mean? But Kyrie, as talented as he is, he's not all about ball, in my opinion. And Harden pretty much, he fizzles out in the playoffs. He, gets himself out of shape, all these different things. So I think it's interesting for when James Harden got here, and then you saw all the BS that was going on, and he's like, "Bro, I thought it was supposed to be us three, and you over here not trying to get a vaccine. You see what we playing for, you
Mhm.
know." Um, it's interesting because then obviously what we get is a trade request to leave. You know what I'm saying? He requested to get traded, ended up in Philly. And we see that right now. And Brooklyn's still dealing with the BS. I think it's interesting. And then if you look at the past decade, something I didn't think about. Brooklyn and Boston has had a hell of a relationship. Think about this. Trade from the Celtics with Kevin Durant and Paul Pierce, all them first round draft picks. You know what I'm saying? That went on to like 2017 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Then right after that ends, Kyrie and Kevin Durant and everything like that. Now the coach of Ime Udoka coming to Brooklyn, which is funny. That's where Nia Long is from. Just to throw that out there. So it's just interesting. That's all.
Are you saying you have a conspiracy theories?
Nah, no conspiracy theories. I'm just, saying that different things have happened, and between it's a funny and interesting relationship between these two. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I do agree. This is so funny situation that and even they said that if Ime wants to pursue going to coach the Nets,
Hmm.
Celtics have the right to let
Yeah,
him go and do
yeah.
that.
They can let him do what they want. They can still keep him because he's still under contract,
Mm.
or because they haven't fired him. You
They
know,
suspended they
yeah,
suspended him for the whole year,
yeah,
this whole
yeah.
season.
Hmm. Um. So yeah, like I just think that's interesting. By the way, making it seem it could just be a trade with them getting no value back, and they don't care for that. But anyway, that's the Nets. We don't care about them over here, but
Yeah, I
still New
just
York
wanted to
sports.
I just yeah, it's part of New York sports, and this one has been in the news for this whole week.
Yeah,
And involving with the net situation again, the net situation is a little bit crazy. And I want to say this: Ben Simmons has to step up.
he
I don't want
does.
I don't want him to be a super scrub bum
Hmm.
in this league. He's talented too, but for him to just waste his talent for stupidness, for injuries, and you know, it's tough times.
Yeah,
get your mental health right.
Hmm.
Praise to you, but yeah, step it up, man. That's all I gotta
Yeah,
say.
yeah, nah, man. When I saw him on street clothes the other day watching the game, I was like, "What? No, I thought he was good." So, I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if it was a physical injury or something mentally, emotionally going on.
Yeah,
But he ain't a Nick, so I don't really gotta deal with it like that. But I do, hope nothing but the best for him. Just not when he plays us.
yeah, that's the plus.
Yeah,
So switching it over
yeah, yeah.
from basketball to football, we're just gonna give y'all quick bits of football that happened, and it's about to happen this week.
Oh man. Well, this is something I feel like I gotta get a little bit emotional about. Um, we're not talking about the Nets.
Definitely
But
not talking about the Nets.
no.
It's not the Nets, Nets,
Yeah,
Nets, Nets. It's
it's
the
there we go.
Jets,
Don't
Jets,
worry,
Jets.
y'all. I'm getting used to using this thing. You know what I'm saying? First episode. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a Jets fan. I am a major Jets fan. Just to throw this out there, right? Um,
Oh, by the way, this is his segment. I will stay quiet.
this man over here is just to throw this out there. Please, I hope we start to get views and everything like that. Yo, he is a Patriots fan. Just to throw this out there, y'all. So beat him up in the comments. Please beat him up in the comments because he rock with New York sports everywhere else, but just a certain percentage of him just ain't right. Don't know what's wrong with him, but please beat him up in the comments, right?
Comment the comment section before he continues. I just want to let y'all know I'm a Tom Brady fan and he's not there anymore. So, but I still got somewhat for Patriots. But continue.
Fuck him up. All right. So anyway, let's talk about the Jets. So New York Jets, as y'all know, we dropped the game to the purely hated New England Patriots this weekend, 22-17. Um, Zach Wilson had a terrible showing. And I'm gonna take the word terrible out of it because there was like if you really pay attention, like if I try to sit back and I take my emotions out of the game, right? He made some amazing throws, and then he made some dumbass throws, and three of them went right to the defense. And that's kind of what I really want to talk about. The fact that sometimes he'll throw the ball away, but he'll throw it away maybe a little too quick because there's somebody open. And then these three throws should have all been thrown away. One of the picks, maybe I can get. All three of them, the one to Devin McCourty going out of bounds, and the NFL ruled that, after the game, they said that McCourty was out of bounds on a pick and it shouldn't have been counted as an interception. But that's neither here nor there. It was still a dumb play. If you're going to throw the ball away, throw it away. Don't just throw it in a playing field where one of the defenders could go get that ball,
Mm.
you know. And that was rolling out to the right, and he just kind of flung it. McCourty was able to scoop it. I guess his leg was on the white stripe to be out of bounds. You don't do this. You don't do this. You don't. I will say Zach Wilson is 4-1 this year. When he starts, when he plays, but it's kind of crazy because it's like, man, we have so like, yo, you really cost us the game, my guy. Like you cost us the game. These are three dumb turnovers that shouldn't have happened. The one where you were trying to hit Tyler Conklin down the right field line. Yeah, down the downfield on the right hand side. Like it was bad. Like you overthrew him like crazy. If you're gonna overlook, throw it away. There's nothing wrong with throwing it away. You threw it away at least 7 other times throughout this game. That's why your completion percentage is so low. You were 20 for 41. Three of them shouldn't have been. They should have been thrown away. They just should have been thrown away. I'm sorry. Like your decision making has to get better, Zach Wilson. I am a fan. Your talent is crazy. Your escapability is amazing. Like it truly is. Like he will leave you on awe at times. But it's just like, yo, you are a heart attack waiting to happen, my guy. Like you threw for 355 yards and 2 touchdowns. If you look at the positives, like some people's like, well, that's a lot of that was garbage time. No, it wasn't. He was well over 200 and he was like into like 270 something in going into the fourth quarter.
Mhm.
So he did, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this was good. And then, I know there was a big one to Denzel, you know what I'm saying? But look, we got to get our stuff together. So yeah, it bothered me, this loss to the Patriots, of course, because fuck the Patriots. But this thing shouldn't be, So Zach, I don't mind game manager Zach. I think it's interesting because everyone was complaining, saying, "Yo, Zach hasn't, really went off in the game." No, but prior to Sunday's start, he made big throws every single game when necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that's interesting because people was like, "Well, where's the 300-yard game? Where's the 250-yard game? Where's this? Where's that?" And I'm like, now y'all got it, and we lose. So Jet fans need to shut up sometimes because we need to figure out, like, yo, this is a kid that's still learning. He's played 18 games. He's played one season and one game. Like that's what the equivalent of that is. You know what I'm saying? 18 games in his whole career. We're gonna have these ups. We're gonna have these downs. So it was a roller coaster. The problem was this roller coaster just happened to cost us the game against the team that we hate the most. So look, Conklin did great. I thought Conklin had a great game. Garrett Wilson had a great game. You know what I'm saying? Now we get the biggest step up that we're gonna get all year because now we got to go play against Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. That's about to be a challenge.
So it's looking very nasty in Battle of New York. But
Yeah.
I want to say that was guys that was rage time with Master Rhymes.
I wasn't that ragey. I feel like I was still calm because, yo, if you caught me Sunday, there may have been, a lot more craziness. Um, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel as if, yo, we bugging. We truly bugging. But our team, like if you take Zach's turnovers away, man, man, like we we looking good. Like I'm not even gonna lie. We would be
Mhm.
6-2 right now instead of 5-3 if you take Zach Wilson turnovers away. But take the good with the bad. Like I said, it's a roller coaster when you get such a young quarterback who's raw. The talent, I say again, is immense. We all see that. The mistakes got to stop. The mistakes have to stop. I like him. I'm not quitting on this guy because I see the talent. This is the most talented quarterback I feel like we've had. You know, like period. I do feel that way. Um, I know we got to learn to be patient as New Yorkers, but I mean, look, 1968 was a long time, long time ago. I'd like a ring. I'd like to live to see a ring. You know, look, the
Yeah, yeah.
Buffalo Bills are in first place. I'm about to say you cut me off whenever you feel like you want to say something here too, but
No, I'm letting you rage,
we
man. This
gotta
is
talk
rage.
about
This is
mine.
rage time with Master Rhymes.
That we like, I just don't like the fact that my Jets, had an opportunity to end a 12-game losing streak against fucking New England. I don't like that at all. It really pissed me off. I felt as if, there's a lot more that we can do and get done. Our defense played well enough. There was times, uh, in the second half to where we couldn't get off the field on third down. I didn't like that. But they were still able to step it up. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
now, like, look, we got to go against Buffalo, who is pretty much the number one team in the league, in my personal opinion. Number one defense in the league. So Zach really has to go ahead and step it up. I'm not sure if Corey Davis is going to be back. You have to check the injury report and see what's going on with him and his situation.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
obviously, we're missing Brees Hall. Towards ACL. That was big. We missing Elijah Vera Tucker towards triceps. That was big. These two were having all pro type seasons, and then bam, Brees Hall was running away with rookie of the year. You know, um, it's just really tough. But I believe I would definitely tell you that, and I feel like we can take the Bills. I don't know if we will, but I feel like we can. And I love to see what Zach does. I think they're gonna stack the box and force Zach to throw, and they feel like they're gonna get a few probably turnovers off of Zach throwing. I think he's gonna
Yeah.
hit you with the splash plays like he always does,
Mhm.
and then there's gonna be some hiccups there, but we'll see. And then just another thing to throw out here, I mentioned 18 games. Zach really isn't that turnover prone if you look at it. He only has 21 turnovers through 18 games. That's not that terrible, you know.
No, that's not terrible. Compared to what how many turnovers he had this season.
This season, I mean, he's got 5. So he's played 5 games and he has 5 turnovers.
Yeah, that's not, I mean,
He averages like 1 turnover a game throughout his career, like 1 point something. Like whatever,
it should
18.
be one. It should be 1 point something because him
Yeah.
getting three interception that should be up there
Yeah,
at
like
1 point something.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he averages like 1.1 turnover a game throughout his career or something along those lines.
Yeah.
So the problem is this game was a big game and we actually had hopes. You know what I'm saying? But then, he ended last season with a turnover, like a 6 game turnover less streak. Like he didn't turn the ball over like the last 5 or 6 games.
Yeah.
He came back this year. He threw 2 interceptions. One kind of wasn't his fault against the Steelers, but yet he drove us down the field in the fourth quarter with great throws, and was great there, right? Then 3 straight games, no turnovers. Then bam, the 3 interception game against the Patriots. So it's like when they come, they're gonna come, in spurts. But I think he's learning. I think we should relax a little bit. I know we emotional. Trust me, I'm emotional. I was at the Dolphins game. Yo, I was mad hype. Crowd was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was able to meet up with good people. Shout out to Ben. What up? What up? Um, you know what I'm saying? It was just a dope environment. And I'm gonna be at the Bears game Thanksgiving time frame that Sunday. So that's gonna be ill.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Yeah. But we need to get together, Jets. We need to get together. Zach, it's time to grow up, baby. Let's do this. Uh, anything you want to throw out there on the Jets? And shout out to Quentin Williams. I'm sorry, I can't even speak. Shout out to Quentin Williams for getting AFC Defensive Player of the Month. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know the last time a Jet did that. Probably was Darrell Reeves or something. But man,
Yeah. I think it was. I think it was. I think it was Revis.
yeah.
Um. Anything I want to say? Nothing much. We're New Yorkers. We're passionate. With the games, certain games that we're gonna be passionate about. I just named this moment. Rage time with Master Rhymes because this was definitely an important game for y'all to win. And we actually talked about this last week. I was like, if Jets win, that's that's awesome. Patriots win, I think it's just gonna be. I think it's not gonna be a good day for y'all.
And it wasn't. It truly wasn't. But look, either if at the beginning of the season, if anybody would have said, "Yo, the Jets are gonna be 5-3 or 5-4," I mean 6-3 or 5-4 going into the bye, we all would have took that. You know what I'm saying? We'd be like, "Hell yeah!" Like, yo, let's go. So I do understand expectation change throughout, the season. But let's keep this positive because guess what? We got to see New England right after the bye. And I'm telling you, I 100% believe the Jets are going to go win that game because we dominated them technically throughout this game. You take away those Zach turnovers. So they couldn't really do much against our defense. Think about it. They kicked 5 freaking field goals. They couldn't do nothing against us. So you think they're going to do something in New England? I don't. I think Zach's going to learn from his lesson, and I think we're going to go out there and dominate them.
and I will keep an eye on that game when that comes
So
for
yeah,
sure, for sure. But yeah, you know, besides the Jets, man, that that lost the game. We got another team that lost the game as well.
the Giants.
The Giants. Who they faced again? I think it was
I believe they faced was it Seattle?
yes, it
Sorry,
was Seattle.
we're not Giants fans over here, but you know we still rock with
With
them.
a former Jets quarterback who's
Um,
cooking up this season, who's
Geno Smith.
who's in the Phoenix Ashes right now, who just revives himself. And it's
I'm
crazy. It's crazy how Gino is having a really good season with Seattle, man. But Giants lost the game against Seattle. Um, this is kind of off the topic thing. Seeing that Russell Wilson has been traded to the Broncos, and the Broncos not having the season that they expected to have.
yeah.
Um, you do we do we now feel like it was the right choice to let Russell Wilson go as for Seattle's thinking purposes?
I don't know. I mean, I guess so because I don't know I don't remember what the draft compensation was, but I mean, I guess yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like why not if we got a quarterback with probably a stronger arm, that's here and he can play, well as well. So and he's like slightly younger. So why not?
Yeah, I definitely agree. With
And
the
less money
Broncos,
financially.
yes, that was my next thing that I was going to talk about with the money situation for the Broncos giving that much money towards Russell Wilson.
Hmm.
And I feel like now thinking about it, it's kind of a bad decision that they made.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, look, I don't care. They in the AFC, so fuck them. So that, look, anybody that's not in that's in the Jets way or in our conference, I don't care about them. So the only people that I would care about is people that make me respect them, and the Broncos haven't really made me respect them. The Chiefs have, you know, the Bills have. So look, that's the top, and that's where I want my Jets to be. So I want them to struggle as much as they are. I want, I mean, we already beat them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So look, I'm fine. I want, yeah, I don't really care about the Broncos. I don't. I think that I love the fact that Russell Wilson is getting a lot of hate, especially with the whole I'm exercising on his plane to London type thing. Did you read about that?
No, no comment.
I thought that was funny. But he getting a lot of BS over that. It's funny.
I mean, I feel like we already know why he's getting that BS because he's not playing well this season.
Hmm.
And that's the
Hmm.
main problem because Broncos gave him that much money. So the expectation is, all right, you should be you should be playing out of your world, out of your mind this
Yeah.
season
Yeah.
because you got that much money
Yeah.
from Denver,
Yeah.
especially for Denver.
Hmm.
But this season,
Yeah. Nah, I mean, look, like I said, the more people that can come to the AFC and struggle, I'm with it because that just does nothing but push my boys a little bit higher. Um, even right now, if you look at the playoff picture, I'm pretty sure we got the fifth seed. So, even if we don't win against Buffalo, which obviously it's a tough game, you know what I mean?
it will be
I
a tough
do,
game.
I do, because I mean, I feel like Buffalo's the best team, but I don't fear them. I don't feel like with our defense, we should fear anybody. We have the top right now. The Jets have the top corner tandem, the top corner duo in the league.
Hmm.
I think DJ Reed is ranked seventh. I mean second, and I think Sauce is ranked fifth or something like that. but I mean, our corner duo is great. Can't say nothing about it. And then our defensive player, candidate Quentin Williams just won Defensive Player of the Month. He's been dominant. We've had like there's been what this is coming up to be the ninth week in football. Throughout those 9 weeks, I think we've won like 6 rookie of the weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like our young players are great. And then Brees Hall just went down. So I mean, look, we're an ascending team. So as many teams that are gonna struggle in the AFC, I'm with it, son.
Right. You already spoke about the stud, and let's talk about the stud and the dud of the week, man.
Stud and dud. Okay, yeah. So who made the concrete rumble for you? You know what I'm saying? Who shook New York up? For you. Like for me, I'm gonna say, Quentin Williams. I know it's, like so this is a segment we're gonna do, to where who like out of all three sports or all four sports, who shook up New York a little bit. And I'm gonna at least go since, nothing really great happened this week. I'm gonna go with Quentin Williams for winning Defensive Player of the Month for October. He was purely dominant. He's always been a dominant force on the inside, but this year is, it's something different. He's healthier. This is his second year within Robert Sala's system. And he's doing well, man. So I'm happy to see it. So I'm definitely gonna go with the man, Q, the big dog, angry run, stiff arming the out of Tyreek Hill. Like I'm loving it. All right. So who do you have? Who made the concrete rumble for you, my
You know,
brother?
there's not that much people that I would consider as a stud, but I'll give it I'll give it to Jalen Brunson. I'll give it to
Okay.
Brunson. He has been consistent scoring
Okay.
wise. I know the 20 we just talked about earlier, the 20 points for the Knicks. Still not enough, but he has been kind of rumbling for the Knicks, keeping the Knicks alive scoring wise. Besides Julius Randle, but I'll give the stud to Brunson.
Okay. Okay. Not bad. Yeah, I can definitely see that. And sadly, real talk, we didn't have much options because the last week or two, New York sports has been struggling. So that's kind of where we at with it at the moment. But look, mm, we coming. You know what I'm saying? We're on the way up. Also want to say real quick, just because I'm a Yankees fan, fuck the Astros. Um, Sorry, I'm throwing a lot of hate out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm fine with that. Hopefully you guys are fine with that. So forget the Astros, and I'm gonna work on my cursing and everything.
Yeah, if anything, he will edit with the bleeps.
Maybe because I mean maybe for this one, I kind of feel like I need to be heard and felt. You feel me? Like you know, New York know what it is. Like
I
we
feel
know how we feel.
yeah, I feel like our duds right now is all New York sports, New York teams playing that played horrible this week.
Oh, I got a dud for you. I just thought about it.
Oh, you got the dud. Oh,
I got a dud.
hit us with a dud.
Tom Thibodeau for
Oh
that damn coach for his coaching. Figure out your lineup, figure out your rotations, man. Come on. Like we can't be doing this. We cannot still be doing this. I'm sorry. He's my dud right now.
man, I probably got a dud for you too, man.
All right, who you got?
I got Steve Nash.
Steve Nash.
I got Steve Nash,
the,
bro.
the sitting duck lame coach Steve Nash.
He's not a sitting duck. He's the scapegoat. But this goat
Yeah,
have been, you know,
he's done.
he's done.
Yeah.
Brought the Nets to an 2-5 record,
Mm-hmm.
and his coaching ability. He got teched out. He got T out of there. He got ejected.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because of frustration with the team.
Yeah.
I think I know he's passionate about basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he is passionate about this team. He wants to get this team together, but I don't think he's the right person for this team to put account
Yeah.
on players.
Yeah.
So that's why he's my dud of
All
the
right.
week.
All right. Cool. Yo, so we gotta come up with a different name for it as far as studs and duds. Like we already know it's gonna be like, all right. So who made the concrete rumble? So that's like your stud, and then like, yo, let's what's something trashy in New York? You know what I'm saying? We can say like, yo, so who's like concrete shoe gum, like gum on the concrete type. You know what I'm saying? Like something that
Who's
like we
who's
gotta make it more New York. You
who's
know,
the rat? Who's the rat in the concrete, man?
who's the rat in the concrete? You know what I'm saying? Like, like yeah, we gotta come up with something. We gotta work on that. So
Yeah,
you know,
let us know in the comments what we should say
yeah,
for our for our duds. You know,
yeah,
our
yeah,
dumpsters.
yeah. Because we always gonna keep the concrete rumble. Because you know what I'm saying. That's who shook up New York.
Yeah,
Um, and
and
then
let us know who made the concrete rumble.
you know what I'm saying. Like for y'all,
Anywhere
yeah.
for y'all. Let us
Mm.
know in the comments, and we'll read it. We'll probably bring it back, bring it back to next week.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Read the comments out,
Yeah, man.
and give y'all our comments, our
Hmm.
reaction to it.
Yeah, definitely. Look, New York, let's get our ish together, man. Come on, like there's too many other places that got more titles than us. Too many other places that get things done, like trades. Donovan Mitchell. Excuse me, that's my cough. I don't know, Dejounte Murray. So you know, let's just get this right. I'm tired of all the wrong answers. And you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is for me. Like every single big person I see get traded away. And like I do get that, Utah's asking price was crazy. So I ain't even gonna go there like that. But DeJounte Mitchell, I mean DeJounte Murray, like yo, that could have happened.
DeJounte Mitchell. That's a
Yeah, yeah, I did.
combination. This is
Cause that's
Donovan.
two motherfuckers that we could have had. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah. I definitely wanted Mitchell. I definitely wanted Mitchell on the
I
team.
wanted Mitchell, but I thought that it was gonna be more so of Utah was trying to rape us, bro. Like I mean, I don't know no other way to say it. Like Utah was really trying to get us.
Guys,
Like you,
we don't condone the R word, so please, sorry, guys.
sorry, Utah was trying to. They were trying to get us. You know what I'm saying?
They're just trying to extort.
Yeah, they was really trying to get us. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. Like I don't blame Leon Rose for not giving up, everything that they wanted.
But at the same time,
But at the same time, I mean, I feel like, look, DeJounte Murray could have been got, you know?
yeah,
So, yeah, nah, we struggle. But, look, this is the first episode, you know what I'm saying? We got over here the Concrete Rumbles. We're going to be doing a lot, Right now, we're just going to be dropping probably about once a week or so. But, yo, please go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, rock with your boys. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to put this stuff out, everywhere. But at the moment, we're just gonna be on YouTube. Hit the Twitter at Concrete Rumbles. Um, yo, MG, go ahead and give him your social media, my guy.
uh, at Instagram MG underscore Sunset Boulevard. We just released a new single from my brother Anthony Osei called Praise Roll, gospel song. So for what we hearing so far, it's looking really positive. It's really positive right now
Yeah,
with the feedback that we're getting.
that's dope. I ain't gonna lie, I totally forgot to check that out.
I knew you forgot
Like,
to.
as soon as you said it, like the thought popped in my head. I was like, oh shoot, son, like I forgot.
I saw you smiling. I was like, yeah,
Like,
this
yo,
dude.
I forgot. So
Yeah,
nah, I promise you, I'm gonna go ahead and check that out, after we get off of here. And
yeah,
please rock out with my guy MG. Does dope music, does dope things. So he's always part of a dope project. So go ahead and rock out with him.
yeah, and
Um,
also as well Twitch M MG double S 0891. I'll be streaming, making them making music, playing games as well. I recently yesterday when I was watching the game with my cousin, we had 70 people with us on the live,
Oh wow.
watching us react to the game, watching us react to the game. I
To the
got a new,
Knicks?
yeah, to the Knicks, and then we was watching the Lakers game,
Okay.
so he was reacting to that, and got new followers, and yeah, just rock with me, rock with us,
Mm-hmm.
all that good stuff. Rhymes where they can find you. I know you don't.
Simple. Like I said, at Concrete Rumbles on Twitter. Also, so I also cover the New York Jets for Gridiron Heroics media company. You know, so I'm a writer for them for the New York Jets. I cover them there. Um I also have the podcast with my guy. Shout out to Max Dean, the Gotham Green Edition, covering the Jets as well. You know, we release every usually between Thursday and Fridays, you know what I'm saying? So you know, look out for that. Gotham Green Edition. I'm just saying it again just to make sure y'all hear it and get it right. You know, we cover the Jets over there as well. So yeah, other than that, man, that is it. MG, my guy, it's been a pleasure to rock with you this first episode. And don't worry, we're gonna get all the production and stuff right. Like everything gonna get good. It's gonna get better. You feel
It's
me?
gonna get better, more and better. You know.
Yep. So look, you know, over here at the Concrete Rebels, you know what I'm saying? We deliver our take on New York sports and so much more. You guys got anything, you know, for us, please drop it in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Once again, like, comment, subscribe, simple as that. MG, got anything else for the people?
That's pretty much it. Until next time, we'll see y'all later in the next episode. Peace.
Peace.